Well, you join me on deadline day, and the big news is before any transfers happen today, before any gameplay happens today, we say goodbye to Awata. He has joined Fulham for 6.8 million, which, considering his value is only 4.1 million, he's a 29-year-old CDM centre mid, and not going to get any better than a 75 overall. It's a big win for us. But are we going to miss him that much? We'll find out when we play Newcastle. And this is a Newcastle team that, by the way, as we discussed last episode, aren't doing too well in the league right now. But it's a Newcastle team that boasts Harvey Barnes, Pablo Gavi, Kasunu, Owusu Duro, Longstaff, Murphy, Tarkovsky, Oyarzabal, Kelly, Asula, RX left back, Alex Cochrane, Alvarado, Isaac Hayden. We're getting towards, they've got Ben Doak on the bench. They've got some decent players within their squad, and they're just not performing so far. Their star striker, in fact, their star left wing, should we say, is Harvey Barnes, who has scored 8 goals in 22 appearances. He's got the highest average rating for the side. Just behind him is William Asulu, who's played half of the games and only scored 3 goals. So it will be a test today. They're looking to break out of a poor run of form and hopefully start their survival. But we've lost a key man in midfield. But can we still play without him? We'll find out today. Now, with Ho out injured and Scarlett actually broke his toe in the last episode as well, it means we're back to this lineup. Kelleher in goal, a back 5 of Colwill, Clara, Hilgers, Soleil and Laird, a midfield 3 of Bellingham, Diamande and Poku, and then up top it's Stansfield and Arconte. We go into this one, as I say, needing a win, needing 3 points to continue our push up the Premier League, but we are at St James's Park. It is going to be a difficult game. Let's jump into it.
Home of football since 1880.
Here we go then, kick-off at St James's Park. Again, it's a difficult one. We did play Newcastle off camera before we started recording for this again, and I think we drew with them. Or, no, we beat them, didn't we? It was a 4-3 game. Cochrane actually had a really good game. Not a lot came down his side. So with any luck today, he doesn't have a good game, and we can, maybe make something happen. We need to come to that ball there. This is the thing with the sliders still being on. Everyone does feel slow. Hopefully, with any luck, we can move the ball well and maybe grab a goal here as Laird loses out to his former partner, Cochrane. Here's Oyarzabal. Big run through the middle. Saw it. Couldn't cut it out. Clara's there. There would have been a penalty. Kelleher should have saved the shot, though. It's Harvey Barnes. It's the man we pointed out beforehand.
Let's have a look at this again.
It's a good ball across. I don't think it shouldn't have been a penalty, but Kelleher should be saving that. It's really, really poor for us. Harvey Barnes gets his goal. Claire has actually been yellow carded for not touching. He's also wearing the captain's armband, despite the fact that we did give it to Hilgers before starting the game. So a little glitch there from FIFA. It's fine. Poku now with the ball. See Greaves. Greaves tries to stick it up to the back stick. Stansfield. Maybe the wetness of the ball just came off the wrong bit of his head, who then in turn lays it off to Bellingham. Bellingham picks out Greaves. Arconte! And the shot was blocked. We get the corner. We're going to let Bellingham swing it in. Don't think we've scored from a corner on this game yet. Which is funny because it used to be so easy to score from corners in the last FC. On this game mode, it's borderline impossible. It's headed past Clara, who is on his yellow card. Still don't think he should have been booked for that. I don't think it was ever a penalty. Does Greaves have a long throw? He does, and Arconte is onside. Can Arconte score here? Big save from the Newcastle goalkeeper. And it's another one that Arconte really should be scoring. Newcastle look to counter now. We need Doyle to stop this. I don't think he's going to. Big save from Gallagher, cleared away by Laird. Bellingham wins the header, but it's only out as far as a Newcastle player. There's another shot. Kelleher dips it onto the post, I think. There was definitely... I felt the controller vibrate, so Kelleher definitely got a touch to it. And, well, it's been a scrappy and a sloppy first half. Really, really poor half from us. The rain hasn't helped. And maybe this back five is not the one. We did it to stop conceding goals, and at the minute, we're still conceding goals. Let me know down below. Referee, surely that's got to be a red card. It's off the ball. It's late. It's got to be a red, surely. It's only a yellow for Gavi. Newcastle did have Balde in their defence, but he has left to join Manchester City for 121 million, I think it was. Is led up against Cochrane. Referee, surely, yep, that's a foul. That's a yellow card. They're both booked now. I don't think ours was worthy of a booking. To be honest, I don't think theirs was worthy of a booking either. Let's try and quite like to maybe drill this into the middle. Soleil. Too far deep. Instead, it's Hilgers from distance. You can tell he's a centre-back. Soleil wins the header. Here's Ogbene. And Bellingham. Back to Ogbene from distance. Big save from the Newcastle goalkeeper. Another corner. Another chance. Poku to swing it in. Let's try run near post this time. See if we can whip it in with some pace. Soleil to win the header, but again gets too much of it. Here's Scarlett. Over to Laird. Laird is tiring. Up against Cochrane. What can he do? Trying to take him on. Cochrane refusing to put a foot in against his former teammate. Laird has gone all the way. Cochrane showed him all the way down the line, refused to put a foot in, like he was scared of maybe making a foul, maybe getting sent off. He is on that yellow. And Laird took the shot on and it's gone through the goalkeeper's legs. Cochrane's got to do better there. The keeper's got to do better there. Look at that, straight through his legs, yep. Straight through, 1 on 8. We managed to equalise. Is it against the game? I don't think so. We've had some decent opportunities. The keeper's pushed a few round the post for a corner. What we need to be aware of is not conceding off the bat of that. And Soleil wins the header to make the ball goes to Kelleher. The last 3 minutes of the game as Bellingham looks to push forward up against Longstaff. And Longstaff just takes him out. And the referee blows up for the foul. I think they're so desperate to not lose this game, Newcastle. I'm surprised that's only a yellow card. I am surprised it's only a yellow card. We lay that one off. Stansfield from distance. Just over the bar. We are going to make this final change of Jackson Clark. He's going to get a couple of minutes, if that, as Poku comes off, saying his foot hurts too much. It's a really good ball. Can he swing it in? Maybe grab a winner. Clara makes the challenge. Greaves gets it away. And the referee blows for full time. Well, our only game of the episode ends as a 1-1 draw. Not a terrible result, but proof that we need to buy. Question is, who are we buying? When the latest deals, Manchester United have splurged on Tchouaméni, nearly 100 million for him. Adeyemi has left Nottingham Forest to go to Atletico Madrid, and Milenkovic has left Nottingham Forest to go to Bournemouth. So some pretty big deals going on. More rumours, Kulusevski to Wolfsburg, Havertz to Monaco, Skamaka to Southampton. And we are still searching for anyone that will join this squad that would improve it. Josh Eccles is apparently a player who is good enough to make our squad. So we're going to see how much they want for him. Hopefully it won't break the bank. He's only 30% scouted. But according to our scouts, he is a first string player. So I don't want to get rid of any midfielders. Wingers we could maybe get rid of. Ogbene is in talks at the minute. Conte, I'm not opposed to. Let's see if they'll take Conte and maybe 1 million and see where they go from there. They want 9 million for this boy. 9 million for a player who we don't even know if he's good enough or not. Let's try 6. Let's see if we can dwindle our way down to 6. They're stuck at 9 and the tension is red. Let's go 6.5 with a sell on and see what they say to that. That's a reasonable offer. Look at that. They were stuck at 9. All right, let's see how much he wants in wages, and let's hope that he's good enough. It's a player that we want to improve. He's 26, so he's 3 years younger than Iwata. He could get better. Playing for a team in the Championship that's pushing for promotion. Realistically, I don't want to give you any more of my budget than I have to. You want 26 and a bonus for playing 20 times. No chance. I'll give you your 26 grand a week. Let's hope he's at least a 75 overall, preferably higher. Let's have a look. Josh Eccles from Coventry to Birmingham, 6.5 million with a sell on. The price rating is a B. We could have got him for cheaper, but not with that amount of tension. And he is a bang on 75. We'll take it. Best possible deal was a 5.6 million, apparently. I don't think so. We continue to search. Ogbene's still negotiating with Brentford, and Will Dennis, we've just accepted an offer for 1.3 million. I can't be bothered. It gives us a little bit more money. And hopefully that'll work. There was a Chelsea player who's just been linked with a move away, who's young, and I was thinking maybe we could sneak in and maybe snatch him on loan. His name was Dyer. There he is, Keanu Dyer. Approached by Stade de Reims. Can we get him on loan? I don't even know if he's good enough, but we need players, essentially. We could recall some people, but they might not be good enough. Let's go 50-50. Yeah, happy to split 50-50. That's good. Let's hope he chooses us then. And again, we have offered players. Like, I'd love to get Nico O'Reilly, but unfortunately, apparently his contract length is too short. We tried to get Fazzini in. They said no. We tried to get Dewsbury Hall in on loan. They said no, and then I accidentally clicked transfer and was like, well, how much do you want then? And then they told me 20 million. Hannibal, they wanted, I think, 12 million for. Rayner, we tried to get him in on loan. They said yes. He's earning 105,000 pounds a week. I said, can you pay 60% of that? Real Madrid said no, and that's the end of it. And it's like, we have to wait until after deadline day. Otherwise, he would have been a fantastic player to bring in. So the search continues, unfortunately. But Dyer looks like he's opted to stay in the Premier League with us. Hoping he's around a 70. We are paying some of his wages. He is around a 70. I think that's a pretty good signing. Only in on loan. We don't have to pay for him. Havertz has left Arsenal to go to Monaco. Would still like to strengthen the squad somehow. We have had an offer for Clara. I think if we can get 10 million, then I'll be happy. If, in fact, I'm not even going to delegate it. I'm going to go in and negotiate it. You guys can be with me. Yeah, I want at least 10 million. I'll try and push for 11 and a half and see what they say. Or 9. Let's see if we can push them to 10 and a half. They're willing to pay 10.5 million for Clara. And someone has come in for a loan offer for him. I don't know why they would do that. Ogbene, Benfica have offered 4.8. We're going to go in and negotiate it. It's that point. Let's see what Benfica want. In fact, is there any players at Benfica that we could maybe steal? I don't know why they're trying to get our boy in. Who's your wingers? They've got Angel Di Maria. Imagine Di Maria in a Birmingham City shirt. How amazing would that be? Joao Mario as well. Unfortunately, we want some youth. Don't think we need. I got Americ Laporte. We got Otamendi. Karashash. Yeah, we don't need any of their players, but we do need their money. If we could get 6.5 million out of them, I'd be very happy. And they say no straight away. Not even a negotiation in that. Well, we could be saying goodbye to Clara. And if we do, hopefully he gives us enough money that we can go out and buy somebody and maybe change to a back four. We say goodbye to Will Dennis. He goes to Havre for 1.3 million. It won't really help us that much. We get maybe $1 million out of that, if that. Let's have a look. How much are they willing to give us? Not even $1 million. Rubbish. We tick down then into 2 hours. I feel as though this team still needs some serious improvement, as Clara does leave us to go to Bergamo Calcio. I'm not even sure who Bergamo Calcio are. Let's find that out very, very quickly. Bergamo Calcio are Atalanta. So he's gone to Atalanta for 10.5 million. Sad to see him go, but it was one of those where we get 8.5 million, so we can technically improve now. Let's change up the tactic, maybe go to a back four. Another offer in for Ogbene. I don't feel as though we can delegate it. We're going to negotiate it. Again, we're going to try and get 6.5 mil. I know he's 29, but he's still got enough pace, and he can slot in at right back if needed. Will you give us 6.5? No, you'll give us 4.8. Will you give us 5.5? I don't care about a sell-on clause. He's 29 years old. 5.5 million. 5 million. I'll take 5 million for Ogbene. It's not a terrible sale. And Ethan Greaves, Transport want him on loan. I'm saying no. Realistically, I don't know if there is a striker that can join this team that we can afford that improves it. That's my difficult situation at the minute. Antiste we could bring in. He's someone that has been recommended to us before. I'd love to know how much they want for him. And Palestri could be a good player. And Lewis Skelly. I was hoping to get Lewis Skelly on loan, but apparently the contract length is too short, which is a shame. Antiste is exactly the same level as what we've already got and 2 years older. Come on then, Celtic, how much do you want for him? Only 5 million. He looks like a good player. Can we get him for less? 3.5 mil. 4.9. 4. Brendan. 4.9 still. 4.5. Again, he looks like a decent-ish player. Although his passing doesn't look great. His dribbling doesn't look great. It's a half winger. 21 years old. 84 jumping. 85 reactions. 75 stamina. Let's have a look. Banzuzi joins for 4.5 mil from Celtic. We got an A price for him, so that's good. What's his overall? 74 overall. Not mad at that at all. He's 21 years old. Definitely an improvement. He's my next person that I want. This guy, Caleb Lee. 18 years old already, 73. And I'm going to get Gonçalo Ramos as well. Okay, we're not going to get Gonçalo Ramos, despite them saying that we could get him for 1.2 million. We'll try and make an offer outside of the transfer window for him. I think he's a good keeper. Too good of a keeper to let be elsewhere. And Rory Firth as well could be another player that we actively look to bring in as part of the replacement for Laird eventually, and Howson as well. We all know how good Howson is in the Premier League. It's the last hour, so let's take a look at what the squad looks like. We still do have 8 million to spend. Squad looks like this. Zunu dropping in maybe for there. We have Dyer as the spare centre mid. Laird, we've got Greaves to bring on. Soleil and Hilgers, we've got Colwell to bring on. Left back, we've also got Greaves to bring on. Centre mid, we've got Dyer in any one of those slots. We could do with another cam, but that's where Clark or Ogbene or Poku could play. And then up top, we've got Stansfield, Arconte or Scarlett. In an ideal world, we bring in now for 8 million a striker that's a 77 overall, 78 overall. But where do we find that striker? That's the question. Well, despite having £8 million in the bank, that is going to call an end to the deadline day. We went for so many players and just couldn't make it work. Florian Neuhaus has just gone on loan to Palermo, who would have been a player that I would have loved to have brought to this club. He's one of my favourite players in the Bundesliga. That's a shame to miss out on him. Biggest transfers: Tchouameni to United, Adeyemi from Forest to Atletico, and Havertz from Arsenal to Monaco. Our squad looks a little bit like this. We've changed into that 4-3-1-2. Realistically, such a shame that we couldn't bring in a better striker. But this is what it looks like. A Kelleher in goal, a back four of Doyle, Hilgers, Soleil and Laird. A midfield three of Diamande, Eccles and Banzuzi, with Bellingham just in front of them. Scarlett and Stansfield leading the line up top. Now, obviously, we do have Dyer, who will be coming in for Eccles for that first game. We've also got Ho waiting to come back from injury. He was out for 3 months, so he should be joining us maybe back end of February, if not middle of March. And then that midfield looks a lot stronger with a 74, a 79, a 75, a 74, and a 70, all waiting to come in. And hopefully from that we can kick on, maybe secure ourselves a spot in some form of Europe this year. Looking back to when you guys will next be joining me, let's have a little look. We'll play a few games off camera. I know it's obviously been a while since I've properly done this. I think the Villa game makes the most sense to come back to. If there's an FA Cup game, if we get past Bolton, if there's an FA Cup game here, then we'll also play that on camera as well. If not, it will just be the Villa game, but we'll make the most of it. We're at Villa Park, so we need to turn up and we need to tear it down. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like, a thumbs up. That would be great. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below who we should have signed or who we should sign in the summer. And let me know how you guys feel. I'm very, very attached to Birmingham now. But let me know how you guys feel about the possibility of us going somewhere else. We did get a job offer off camera that I declined. And I can reveal that job offer was for Newcastle, but we did decline that job offer. So let me know what you guys feel about moving clubs and turning this more into a road to glory, or if you think we should stick it out with Birmingham and hopefully try and build our way up towards the Champions League. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.